Wall trip, and you just had the longest conversation with your crew of anybody after taking time. What you tell them about the hot rod?
Well, Slugger and the Napa boys say I need to come out of my shell a little bit sometimes and really try to tell everybody every detail of the car that I feel, and so I've just become a talker. I've been trying to relate to...
Wait a minute, you've become a talker? You're a wall trip.
Well, on TV, I'm this other guy. Sometimes I'm quiet, and I need to give them all the information. I got such smart people working on both cars. If I can just give them all the feedback I can handle, I might just say something that turns a wheel in their head that makes the car get adjusted the way I need it. I was telling Jerry, this is the way it's supposed to be. That was a horrible lap. I was all over the place. I didn't remotely make either one of the turns, and we're top 5. That's the way this team should perform. DEI gives us great engines. Bobby Dale put me a tune-up on this thing, and we came from 28th or so in practice to the top 5 so far, and I'm real proud of that, and I think that we learned stuff this morning that'll help us in happy hour. So I got all that out, Dick. I'm glad I had a lot to say. I told you I'm a talker now. I don't know what you are going to do. If I become a talker when I'm on personal time, I don't know what I'm going to do when I get the TV camera running.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw to Mike Joy.
Well, you know what he did? He talked the entire qualifying effort by Shane Hmiel.
I know.
Complete laps.
Here we're waiting to tell you that this car has a new sponsor, a new driver, and new colors, and that's all related because Shane Hmiel brought the new sponsor to the 2014 Quality Plus Services, and that Chevrolet turns in a lap that is 20th fastest, will make the show with a 40.54.
That's a good run for these guys. Well, there's tons of strategies, Chris. There's a lot of agendas and challenges here. As we talked in the beginning, this racetrack is 2 miles, and it contains all the elements, long straightaways and long sweeping corners. But the biggest thing, it's very smooth. So what will happen?
This is the first one we finished, and I think this is the first one we finished since we won last. So that's saying something for these guys. Brad building me good cars, and you know, we got a new engine program going down there with Leo and all the guys doing a great job for me.
We'll let you celebrate. Congratulations.
Yeah, we're going to stop. He's on his way to his car. This guy is in a hurry because he's got more people wanting to have him drive their equipment than he can possibly run. A ride in the Craftsman Truck Series and now here in the Busch Series as well. But there are conflicts. When there is a conflict and you can't run both, what do you drive?
Right now, my biggest deal is trying to win the truck championship for Billy Blue and Chevrolet and everybody that helps us out. So we're going to go to Mansfield next week. We might run the Busch race at Richmond, but we'll have to fly back and forth. So we'll see. It's kind of like double duty like Casey Kane and all them are doing, but I'm doing with trucks and Busch Series. But I just want to thank Greg Mixon and James Whitener and everybody for giving me this opportunity, and Billy Blue for letting me run my truck as much as I do, and it's really fun racing every weekend.
A young man in demand, Steve.
Hey, Dick, speaking of in demand, where'd you get that new lid?
Hey, is that neat or what? You know, when you guys were all rushing to get out of California, I went shopping, and I found this on a pier in Redondo Beach, and I got 3 of them. The blue for when it's really hot, you know, makes me think about water.
Larry Mack, good qualifying run for Shane Hmiel, 11th.
Yeah, I mean, he ran a 34.48 in practice. He just qualified at a 33.94. This team has come to life with Shane Hmiel. Called here and do this. And I think we're a great show tonight, a great race.
Busch qualifying underway here at Lowe's Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina. Shane Hmiel, the second driver to take time here. 179.491 miles per hour. Let's check in with Dick Berggren.
With David Stremme, who was the first man on the racetrack. So what
of Shane Hmiel?
He's been flirting with that wall all day long. He's been right up there against it. He finally got it.
You know what, guys? I think that caution will be a huge break for Tony Raines. I think he'll get the pardon. He'll be back on the lead lap.
Not sure if it'll be Raines or Mike Bliss.
Down the apron, guys.
But one of the two.
One of the two will be the free pass.
We'll get a break. Oh, the rear end's moved all over in Shane Hmiel's car.
He hit it hard. Whichever one of those guys it is, old Larry, it's a big advantage for them now because they've got another set of tires to put on under caution.
I'll show you what happened here to Shane Hmiel.
Been watching him, and he's been way up in the top of the track, and he just got up too far that time. Got to remember, we got safer barriers here now, so there's about 36 inches less racetrack than what used to be there.
Now, they just had that car in the pits a few laps ago.
Yeah, they were hanging through. Yeah, you see them hanging in the right side window here. Looks like they're working on him.
Yeah, I don't think this work here would have anything to do with what happened out there on the racetrack. And you
just take it to the garage and we'll get you cooled down.
sounds like he may have been fighting heat fatigue.
It sounds to me like he was too, Larry, because that's the only, that looked like they were in the car working on him when they were stuck through the right side window.
Mike Bliss will get the free pass, so that will overcome that tire that he cut down on the restart. And the sun pokes through, so the changing weather here will once again have an effect on them.
Now if it holds, that'll be his 22nd NASCAR Busch Series point. But the trend that we've been seeing, it's kind of like holding the Busch Series point standings lead. You hold it 1 week and then somebody else takes it.
It's like, I don't want it, you take it. I'll take it, you don't want it. Hmiel in the 24 car, he was 22nd quickest in practice. He'll be competing in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race coming up later on this afternoon on the speed. His best qualifying run this year, we talked about it earlier, was third at Nazareth, substituting for Michael Waltrip while Michael was in Charlotte running the Nextel All-Star Challenge race.
As a top 10 finish here in September of 2002.
Jumps up to 15th. A good run right there by Shane in the 24 car. Now these guys, since they brought Shane on board, have really kind of turned their program around. They're qualifying well. They're making a good effort each week when they do run this car with him driving it as far as racing is concerned. So they've got to be pretty pleased with having him driving for them right now.
Definitely stepped the program up. Slows down a little bit on lap 2, but that'll be a solid run. We need to document that Andy Ponstein, Gus Wasson, and Jerry Hill have been bumped out of the top 38.
Oh, you mean NASCAR didn't charge?
Right.
He spent about $2 grand.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh boy, Hornaday's gone and into the wall in turn 2.
Oh, here's some more cars getting into it.
Yep, they couldn't get slowed down soon enough.
Here's
Carol.
more cars.
Look like Shane.
More cars.
Gosh.
Billy Parker, the 66.
You don't get a second chance here.
What part of stop racing when the yellow comes out isn't
I mean, the field is
understood here?
the field's frozen, and the cars are all back in here running over each other.
Shane Hmiel, the 24 car, he was having a decent run.
Ashton Lewis got severe damage. Hornaday, who started all this, I'm not sure what happened. He was the first cat we saw go around.
I mean, gosh, Darrell, Hornaday wrecked a week ago before these fellas got to the scene.
See Billy Parker, the 66 car. This is about the third race in a row where they've been involved in an accident, I think, before lap 25.
Now, this wreck may have begun back with contact back up in turn 4.
Back up here a little bit and see. Here's the 60. Biffle behind Ron Hornaday in the 2. Biffle gets a run on him off the corner. No problem there, I don't think. Biffle's got a nose. This is where it's real. Yikes. That guy on the outside, I mean, you got to know there's somebody got that nose under you. At this racetrack, you're going to go to the bottom.
But now look how long it takes for all this to unfold.
Well, watch Billy Parker. I don't know where he was going. I know where he's going now, but I don't know where he was going then.
Darrell, if Biffle indeed had that nose right there, as fast as you're running here, that's a big part of the spotter's obligation up on top of the roof to tell you, looking inside.
Yeah, well, there's a difference between looking and he's there. And if he's looking, that's okay, but you go in the corner so fast here, if a guy's even remotely got a run on you, you got to tell him he's there.
David Stremme's view. Now that's Billy Parker just ahead. Oh, excuse me, that's Tony Raines just ahead. Stremme gets through. But let me ask Jeff Burton, did the aftermath of this accident have to happen?
Well, I mean, it's a whole lot easier sitting right here talking about it. You can see Billy Parker's really got it checked up right there. He's actually dragging a left front brake. I think that he saw the car coming down, was probably on the brake harder than he really needed to be, and then the car wouldn't turn. But you could see he wasn't just driving into the wreck. You'd end up leaving a mark with the left front tire locked up.
But, you know, Jeff, with the field being frozen now, the minute that caution light comes, the second it comes on, you can just about afford to stop.
Yeah, well, you see that's what Ashton Lewis did, and then Casey Kane got into him. So, you know, you can't just stop, because if you do, you get run over from behind. You still have to You can see Casey Kane. That's exactly what happened there. Ashton Lewis slowed down, and Casey Kane got into him because that's exactly what he was doing. He was trying to get slowed down, and then it turned in. And then this part of it, you know, that didn't need to happen.
Daryl, is it harder to get stopped on this concrete? We saw Mark Martin, Jeff Burton's teammate a couple of years ago, couldn't get stopped coming off turn 2 when Steve Park had spun out.
Because of all the debris that gets up in the top of the racetrack, you know, there's no outside groove. Hot tires, you pick that up on your tires, and then you start trying to stop, and you don't have enough grip to get her wound up.
Second caution of the day. The caution lights here at Dover positioned on the outside of turn number 1 while the drivers are looking down into the corner. And maybe it just took some folks a while to realize the caution was out. We're under the second caution of the day. Ron Hornaday multi-car crash.